Hello everyone! Today we have interesting news. The Welsh are mired in a scandal with Andrew and his family. Kate is defending her territory. Is it a stoma or cancer again? Why did Kate Middleton constantly grab her stomach in public? Jewelry for eternal youth. 5 secrets of Kate Middleton to look younger. All this is ahead of us. But for now, let's start with the Welsh caught up in the scandal with Andrew and his family. Kate is defending her territory. The news about Prince Andrew and his wife is not ending. Yesterday, we wrote that the disgraced former Duke of York demands 2 houses instead of the Royal Lodge, for himself and for Sarah. At that moment, all the royal experts began to expose Fergie, who had been assuring them all these years how much she loved Andrew and that they were the happiest divorced couple in the world. "We are divorced from each other, not from each other," said the ex-duchess. But now they allegedly demand separate houses because they are tired of each other and want to go their separate ways. The royalists are outraged. The union of this couple was a farce for the sake of maintaining their own image. The public is wondering, by what right does the ex-wife of the disgraced prince demand a house for herself? She has nothing to do with the monarchy and does not work for the crown. However, Sarah is rumored to have taken a liking to Adelaide's cottage, where the Welsh still live. Andrew seems to agree to move to Frogmore Cottage. If they think that having 2 houses, which I'm sure the king won't agree to, will solve the problem, then they're still living in a pretty weird fantasy world, said royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams. I am surprised that Sarah Ferguson was able to return to the royal family. Now there will be no return. She is in disgrace. There's no reason for her to have her own house in the royal estate. Andrew had to abandon this idea, agreeing to move out of the 30-room Royal Lodge house. Well, let's have 2 houses. I don't think they'll get them. If this law had been passed, it would have caused outrage. She has not been a current member of the royal family since 1996. The very idea that she should receive something from the royal estate, no matter what she wants, she loses touch with reality, just like him, obviously. The pressure they are under is so intense that they barely understand what they are doing and thinking. Royal Lodge. Not getting what she wanted and hearing a lot of criticism and indignation against her, Sarah backed down. Now an insider from Fergie's entourage claims that she did not ask for a house, but added that from now on she has nowhere to live and no one with whom. In general, all that remains is to feel sorry for the former duchess, who lived in a big way all her life, developed her own business at the expense of royal connections, begged money from a criminal with a surname with the letter E, and, as it turned out, didn't make anything. But here's what's interesting. The names of William and Kate are mentioned in the scandal with Andrew and his eviction much more often than the name of Charles. The monarch is accused of weakness, spinelessness, and inability to solve family problems on time and with dignity. The latest poll showed that support for the monarchy has collapsed to an all-time low of 46%, and this percentage is even lower among young people. The British and royalists rely on William because it is he who is credited with insisting on the eviction of Andrew and his ex-wife from the Royal Lodge, and it was William who allegedly pressured his uncle to give up the title of York. The subjects are delighted. Here he is, their future king, brave and determined, who, unlike Charles, does not tolerate terrible relatives who disgrace the family.
Now, it is reported that William allegedly threatened Beatrice and Eugenie that he would take away their titles if they did not persuade their father to move out of the mansion, and this allegedly worked. While we are learning the scandalous details, I remind you that shocking news awaits you ahead. Journalist Emily Maitlis polled, "There was a question about whether there was a meeting earlier in the day between Prince William and Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, at which he said that you girls need to get your father to move out of Royal Lodge, otherwise we will start reviewing the status of your own titles." Now, they are allowed to be princesses, but as we understand it, there was some pressure on the princesses to agree to this. It's understandable why Andrew, as a father, wanted their daughters to be happy and that their titles would not be lost no matter what. Other royal experts believe that the driving force behind the eviction issue is Kate, who is horrified at the thought of having to live next door to Andrew and Sarah. Earlier, it was discussed how the Princess of Wales allegedly ignored Fergie, who hovered around her at the farewell ceremony with the Duchess of Kent and tried to speak. The insider claims that Kate will do everything to protect her children and prevent them from bumping into Andrew and Sarah while walking through Windsor Park. Catherine shudders at the thought of having to live so close to the royal lodge while Prince Andrew is there. William wants him to leave before they start their move next week. It's not about what Andrew doesn't want to do anymore. The point is what he will be told to do, the source claims. And here's what Daily Mail columnist Liz Jones writes. According to Mateless in her podcast, William pressured the Princesses of York to convince their father to move out in exchange for maintaining their status, which is disputed by royal sources. It is reported that the king was supposed to stop by the Royal Lodge on his return from Rome, where he prayed with the Pope on Thursday to talk to his brother. But the visit to Andrew was canceled due to the circus in the media, and again, royal sources deny this. There is no doubt that Kate will have serious concerns about this unfolding royal fiasco. She knows her power. Look at how quickly and decisively she brushed Meghan off. Do you remember that icy look when the former Magnificent Four walked through the hall before the farewell ceremony with Queen Elizabeth? She's like a lioness defending her territory, and those who were able to beat cancer are not to be trifled with. Cancer survivors are the strongest people you will ever meet. Charles did not immediately understand what Andrew was, so did William. But like any mother of three, Kate just wants everything to be done today. Roll up your sleeves and clean up the house, and not in one way, but in several ways. Kate is the only diamond shining brightly in the crown, and she gets what she wants. The message is clear. Charles is weak, William is lazy, and only Kate defends or clears her territory by rolling up her sleeves. And now we come to the main news for today. But the next news is also no less wonderful, so watch to the end. Is it a stoma or cancer again? Why did Kate Middleton constantly clutch her stomach in public? Kate Middleton and anxiety gestures, stoma or cancer recurrence. In the world of royal traditions, where every step is covered by cameras and every move is captured on camera, the recent appearances of Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, have once again made everyone hold their breath. In early October 2025, during a visit to the Royal Air Force Base in Britain, she involuntarily touched her left side several times as if checking something under her clothes or soothing sudden discomfort.
These moments, captured on video and photos, spread through secular publications, sparking a wave of discussions about her health, which remains one of the family's most guarded secrets. Kate, a woman with classic English grace and an ice-melting smile, looks composed, but these gestures, a hand on her stomach while talking to the pilots, a light pressure of her fingers on the fabric of her dress, hint that remission after cancer has not gone unnoticed. She knows better than anyone how to balance duty and personal pain, but such details reveal the struggle that the future queen is waging behind the scenes. The path to recovery, from surgery to remission. Kate, who was born in 1982 into an ordinary family and became part of the monarchy through her marriage to Prince William in 2011, has always been a symbol of resilience. In January 2024, she underwent elective abdominal surgery at the London clinic where it lasted 2 weeks, and then announced a pause in public affairs. In the spring of the same year, she received news of cancer, unspecified but serious, and a course of preventive chemotherapy which she completed in September. By 2025, Kate had returned to her duties. In January, she announced remission. In February, she visited the Royal Marsden Hospital where she was treated, and in May, she appeared on Trooping the Color with the children. Her schedule is cautious, no more than 3 events per month. But every appearance, like in October at the airbase where she talked to the crews in a blue suit, underscores the desire to return to normal life. However, these touches of the abdomen, repeated in the photo, bring back the question,
What is hidden under the perfect picture? Public gestures, what the October footage shows. At the airbase in October, Kate spent an hour with the staff. She inspected the planes, asked questions about training, and even sat in the cockpit of a fighter, smiling for the cameras. But in several pictures taken by reporters, her left hand is resting on her side, not ostentatiously but instinctively, as if she were correcting something invisible. In one shot, while shaking hands with the captain, her fingers lightly press on the area below the ribs, and in the other, moving away from the microphones, she runs her hand over her stomach, lingering for a moment. These gestures are not new. During a visit to Colchester in August, where she planted roses in the garden of the Cancer Center, Kate also touched her side, explaining this as a side effect of therapy. Analyzing the video, body language experts note that such movements often occur in people with chronic discomfort, especially after intestinal surgery, where scars or implants require habituation. Kate, in her signature style of elegant Jenny Packham dresses, masks this with grace, but you can't fool the camera. Her hand returns to the same place as a compass to the north. In 2025, her schedule includes key events. In July, Wimbledon with her daughter Charlotte, in September, Remembrance Day with William, and in October, visit to the base where she presented awards to pilots. She looks composed every time. Her makeup is flawless, her smile is warm, but these touches are repeated. In the photo with the children in May, her hand is on her waist. In June, at a charity dinner, a light gesture to her stomach. This is not a panic, but a routine for those who have been through chemistry. Side effects such as nausea or muscle weakness can last for months. Kate, the mother of 3 children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, does not allow this to interfere. She hugs the staff, jokes about flights, but her hand gives out an internal dialogue with her body, which is not yet fully her own. Remission and shadows of the past, bowel cancer and its traces. Kate's diagnosis remained a mystery. Officially, cancer after peritoneal surgery, but medical sources close to the clinic suggest colon cancer detected at stage 3 during a biopsy. The operation in January 2024 lasted 5 hours. Part of the intestine was removed and tests showed malignant cells, which led to chemotherapy. 8 sessions in Marsden with nausea, hair loss, and fatigue, which she said in January 2025, "It was a shock, but I fought for the children." Remission came in the summer. The tests are clean, but the consequences remain. Chronic fatigue, weight deficit, about 50 kilograms with a height of 175 centimeters, and muscle weakness, which is why she missed several events. In August, at a meeting with Cancer Center patients, Kate shared, "Recovery is a marathon, with long-term effects like fatigue, but I'm moving forward." Bowel cancer, according to oncologists, often requires a stoma, a surgical opening on the abdomen to drain waste if the intestine is damaged. For Kate, after such an operation, this is likely. A stoma is a bag under her clothes that needs to be checked to avoid infections or leaks. Touching the abdomen is most likely a habit of adjusting the retainer, especially in dresses with a belt, where pressure can cause discomfort. In July, at Wimbledon, she sat with her hand on her lap, but she stood up and her hand went to her side. This is not a relapse. An MRI scan confirmed remission in September, but an adaptation. The stoma requires care, and Kate, as a mother, does not allow herself sick days, taking on roles from reading fairy tales to children to visits to bases. Her husband, William, supports her quietly. They're in therapy together, and he canceled trips to be around. Stoma in focus: why the princess isn't hiding. A stoma is not a sentence, but a survival tool. After bowel cancer, it is installed for 6 to 12 months to allow the organs to heal. Kate's photo shows that she's hidden under her clothes, high-waisted dresses, Alexander McQueen corsets, but her gestures give her away. A light pressure to make sure everything is in place, especially after standing for a long time. In Colchester in August, she was planting roses, and her hand slid to her stomach as she bent over, a typical reflex for those who wear a stoma. This is not a weakness. Kate, with her yoga and Pilates, returned to training, but carefully so as not to hurt.
In October, at the base, she talked to the pilots about endurance, ironically touching her side. I know what it means to hold on. Remission is a victory, but a stoma reminds you of the price: regular checkups, a diet without acute, and psychological adaptation, where every exit is a test of strength. Jewelry for eternal youth: Kate Middleton's 5 secrets to look younger. Kate and Pippa Middleton have long proved that the secret of youth lies not only in jeans, grooming, and wardrobe, but also in the right accessories. Their jewelry style is not just a luxury, but a tool for visual rejuvenation. Each piece of jewelry in their images works for the softness of features, freshness of skin, and aristocratic radiance. Let's look at 5 simple but flawlessly effective techniques that make the Middleton sisters look flawless in every frame. 1. Round earrings soften the features and rejuvenate the face. Kate and Pippa avoid long earrings and sharp geometric shapes. Their choice is hoop earrings or teardrop-shaped models with rounded lines. This technique works almost like a light lifting. The circle visually shortens the face, making it look more youthful and harmonious. The secret is simple: optical balance. With age, facial features become elongated, and rounded accessories bring back the same childlike softness of proportions that the eye instinctively clings to. 2. Color is the main ally of youth. Kate is not afraid of saturated shades of stones: sapphires, rubies, emeralds. They not only accentuate the eye color and skin tone, but also refresh the whole image. Pippa also actively uses this technique. She often complements neutral images with bright accents in her ears or on her neck. If the black color is closer to your spirit, compensate for it with vivid colors. Emeralds and rubies will instantly add warmth to your face, remove the grayish undertone, and create a healthy glow. 3. The earrings should cover the lobes. Even the most sophisticated women may lose their elasticity as they age. Kate and Pippa solve this problem simply. They choose stud earrings with a large stone or tight clips that cover the lobe completely. This visual trick creates a feeling of tightness and at the same time makes the ears neat, as if after jewelry rejuvenating care. 4. Jewelry to match the color of the eyes or in contrast. Kate often matches sapphires to her cool blue eye shade, creating a glow from within. Pippa, on the other hand, likes to play on contrasts: green stones against the brown color of the iris. This technique makes the look deeper and more vivid. The main rule: the decoration should enhance your natural light, not argue with it. 5. Pearls are the best anti-aging accessory. A classic that both sisters wear with special love. Mother of pearl reflects light, makes skin fresher, eyes brighter, and teeth whiter. Kate often chooses pearl earrings for daytime visits, Pippa necklaces or bracelets for evening outings. In both cases, the effect is the same: refined youth without effort. The secret of the Middleton sisters' jewelry is not in price or high-profile brands, but in understanding how light, color, and shape work. Every detail is thought out to the smallest detail, but it looks natural, and that's why their style is perceived as synonymous with modern royal charm. Do you believe that jewelry can really rejuvenate a face, or is it just a trick of light and psychology?